Good morning. It is March 16th, and this is the EPI Zoom call. Welcome to this edition. So today we had a different schedule planned, and we've had to be flexible and change. So we are actually going to conduct this in a different way. And as people come in, that's perfectly fine as well. And otherwise, it won't be a particularly long Zoom. But I wanted to share some information that hopefully will be helpful in trying to understand a subject that is actually somewhat complex. So I'm just going to launch in to, this is going to be about Wondrous Gut, our pro and prebiotic that people have heard that we're doing a gut health challenge. And I'm going to start by sharing my screen because I have put together some bullet points to actually go over why this is a different product from the other probiotics that are on the market. And so that you'll have a specific foundation about what makes this product different. So the first one is that it is a 45-year-old time-tested formula. If you understand the supplement business at the moment, products come and go very regularly and often with less than a 5-year time span. So the fact that this product has been around for 45 years is actually pretty amazing. It is a consortia of soil-borne organisms, 10 strains of bacteria. Some of them are spores. Now, what does that mean exactly? A consortia is a community, and the community is created over an 8-week period. So, and as we go on, you'll understand a little bit more because the most probiotics on the market are just a bunch of different bacteria all thrown together in a petri dish over 3 to 5 days. They're cultured and then they're encapsulated. And by the time that they are encapsulated, an awful lot of them are dead. And by the time you actually consume them, even less have survived. Anyway, let's go on. It takes 8 weeks to create the consortia, as opposed to most probiotics, as I said, 3 to 5 days in the lab. A portion of the original batch is used every time to create every new batch, just like sourdough. So you take the mother original consortia to start the next group. Throwing a bunch of bacteria together, like most other probiotics, is like throwing a Chinese, Italian, Indian, Arab, Japanese, Aboriginal, American, Argentine, Bahamian, Papua New Guinean all together and telling them to work together and improve the environment. Now, do they speak the same language? Do they have the same culture? Are they on the same frequency? No. So this is what actually is the difference between having a community, a consortia of soil-borne organisms working together and other bacteria just thrown together. This is a foundational product for health. We're not saying that this is a product that is the only product or the miracle product. This is a foundational product that helps create a foundation in our bodies so that we actually can start restoration. I decided to start talking about restoration of our health, just like we have to restore the planet. Because it's actually the same. We are made up of more bacteria than blood cells. So if you imagine that there is an entire universe in our bodies that just like in the soil, and what makes that, what pulls it all together, what makes it so that vitamins, minerals, amino acids, everything can actually be absorbed to do the job that is necessary within the body. It's the bacteria. So that's why it's a foundational product. There are many other things that might be needed for ultimate health. So who knows what's going on? Only you and your body and your health can actually figure out what's best for you. But this is a wonderful way to start. So while it's considered a pre and probiotic, it is actually a food. So bacteria come from the ground. It's like eating dirt, if you like, but very healthy dirt. Back in about 2010, a woman by the name of Lee Dexter, who was one of the foremost experts on bacteria on the planet, put in a submission about all of the bacteria to the FDA. The submission was about 750 pages, and the FDA accepted her submission without comment. That is actually a really good thing. What they came back with is that these bacteria would be considered a medical food in higher doses. So we're not aware of any other probiotic being allowed that classification. If people's guts are healthy, then everything else in their body functions better. Their food, the nutrition in the food is better absorbed. Everything, the gut brain connection actually works. I mean, that's why it's also called, the gut is called the second brain. That's why people who suffer from depression often find a lot of relief from taking this product. Animals, plants, soil, everything responds when this product is actually given to them. Now, would that be possible if there was no actual effect? But the reason that animals, soil, plants, and everybody responds is because this consortia actually helps to bring balance, helps to the digestive systems to function better, helps plants to absorb what they need better, helps the soil to bring in the fungi, the mycelia, everything else that is needed in order to feed the plants. And so across the board, this consortia has seen exactly the same consistent results. One of the things that we recommend people do before taking this product is have a live blood analysis. And the reason for that is that when you start taking the product, you'll see how your blood cells are on a live blood analysis image. And then after 90 days, have another live blood analysis. And I guarantee you the difference in your blood will be visible on the slide. There's no better way to see a difference than to actually see it visibly. Today, people are talking about probiotics, prebiotics, symbiotics, all of these as different components. This particular product is one and all. Everything is included in the product. The bacteria in this product have been on this planet for 3.5 billion years. They're gently dehydrated at the end of 8 weeks in their food source, so that when they are actually consumed or they are wet by water in like the brew, the fertilizer brew, they come alive. And the reason they stay alive is because they are wrapped in their food source. So as they come alive, they need to eat, and that's what keeps them going. And then they go to work. That's the prebiotic aspect of this probiotic. This product is all about restoring balance wherever it is. So for this consortia, their entire mission is to restore restoration of balance within people's guts. So those are the key components, I would say, to actually why this product is different. Now, if you want to see what bacteria are in here, I've written up the ingredients. They're also on the bottles. But there are 5 main functions that have been written up by Dr. Peter Rothschild, who studied this product. He was born in the 20s and unfortunately is no longer with us. But the site that I put up on the Earth Partner Initiative thread lists, I mean, you can go to his website and he has a lot of information, because to him, this was one of the miracles for the medical group for helping to support, heal, whatever word is needed, people, in order so that their bodies and they could get or become healthy. So one of the very first thing is that this consortia settles in the digestive tract to help eliminate accumulated putrefaction. So one of the things that happens to humans as time goes on is that there is a lot of putrefaction collected within their digestive tract, and it's referred to as castings, mold, and leathering. What this consortia does is it has the ability to get in between the leathering and eat it away from the intestinal walls. When it breaks the leathering, it's flushed out of the body just through normal eliminating processes. Now, that may sound kind of like, but it is an amazingly important issue. Putrefaction can build up to the point of where people end up with diverticulitis and many other things, colitis and IBS, and I mean, the list is endless on gut issues. So that's just one of the main functions. Another function is its ability to break down hydrocarbons. This unique ability to break down all foods in their most base element allows greater absorption through the digestive system, which enhances overall nutrition of everything. It enhances the effect of drugs. It enhances the effect of supplements. It enhances the effects of healthy, biologically nutritious food. So it actually helps the body to digest more efficiently. It also produces particular proteins, which act as antigens, which stimulate the immune system to fabricate antibodies. Now, this is an incredibly important aspect because 80% of our immune system comes from the gut. And as such, this is why stimulating the immune system to fabricate antibodies is how it is actually done. So it's very important because it enhances the immune response of the somatic cells, reinforcing the defensive power of the organism against pathogenic factors, obtaining favorable therapeutic results. So that is a doctor talking, but in my simple language, is it stimulates your immune system to function effectively. The consortia is aggressive against pathological molds, yeast, fungus, viruses, and I can add parasites to this because it has actually proven to also eliminate parasites. In other words, this consortia can ingest antigens such as Candida albicans, Candida paracellosis, penicillin frequency, penicillium mucoramoso, Aspergillus niger, all these impossible names. But by eliminating pathogenic entities, this buttresses the immune system, thereby allowing the autoimmune system a state of reprieve. So there's a lot that can be said about that, but I am not a doctor or a health practitioner. But any health practitioner or doctor would be able to go on about the benefits of this particular aspect. And last but not least, the consortia works in a symbiotic relation to somatic cells, which metabolizes proteins and helps evacuate toxic waste from somatic cells, thereby enhancing cellular function. So these are all the points of separation between what a consortia of soil-borne organisms do and other probiotics. Was that clear? Helpful? Anybody? Okay. There you are.
Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Henrik.
Yep, all good, all good. I think I get it.
Well, I thought it was one of the things that has happened this past week is I've noticed that a lot of people think that they have a lot of knowledge about probiotics, and what they have knowledge about is about bacteria, and they have knowledge about the fact that probiotics are necessary and that bacteria can be good and bad. But this is in a class by itself, and it's very difficult when talking to people with all of these aspects to actually grasp that this is different. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree that we pretend to know a lot, right? And one thing that I know for sure is that we don't know a lot.
and
Of-
isn't that the truth?
I
Exactly.
actually have a question, if you wouldn't mind, because
Please.
that's one of the things that I'm kind of wondering. Uh, how come that these bacteria of probiotics and whatever is something that we need to take, let's say, continuously on a daily basis? Once they have, you would think that once they have been established in the body or in the digestive tract, why would they need to be, let's say, what could we do with our food or what we eat or things that would help them to stay in that environment? You get my question? Because
Absolutely. And it's a
yeah.
great question, Henrik. I mean, really great on so many different levels. So this is not a one answer, but let me explain. So bacteria have a life cycle like everything else, like cells. And for instance, if we had biologically active food that we were eating that was not toxic, and that was, when I say biologically active, I mean has vitamins, minerals, enzymes, etc., we actually would not need to actually take a probiotic because it would be in our food. The issue today in our society and our world is that we are constantly assaulted by toxins. And toxins are not just the chemicals and herbicides and all of that, but it's also radiation, EMFs, cell towers, our computer screens. It's our water, which has chlorine. It's our fluoride, chlorine, but chlorine is what kills the bacteria. It's our food that is full of antibiotics, or, the meats, or all of these things are filled with antibiotics. So everything has been an assault to kill bacteria. That is what the world has been operating as. This is what we need to do. When in fact, it's actually the opposite. We are here and alive because of bacteria. So why do you have to keep taking this? When you start taking it and it works on creating balance in your body, and that takes some time. When you get to the point where the worst, let's just call it the worst, has been normalized, the reason you keep taking it in a much lower dose is because you want to make sure that it never goes out of balance again. And since these bacteria, the consortia, last up to 7 days in the system, and by the way, most don't last more than 24 hours. So, and that is the most of the bacteria, if it is alive, in other probiotics, like, let's say, kombucha, or let's say actually fermented yogurt, or sauerkraut. I mean, these are probiotic wonders as foods. Those go in and then they go through and they're out, and you need to keep taking them in order for them to keep doing the job. These last up to 7 days, but in order to maintain that health foundation in your body, we recommend that you keep taking at least a daily dose of 1 or 2. So I have been on this probiotic since 2004. I have at times taken as many as 8, and I have taken as low as 1 a day. And it all depends on my stress level, because when my stress level is
Oh, yeah.
very high,
It affects, it's not just the chemicals out there, it's our own thoughts and
emotion,
emotions.
exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
we make our own chemical soup inside, depending on how we are, let's say, perceiving the world.
that is absolutely true, because when we are in a stress mode and cortisol is running crazy, and our immune system gets depleted and we need something to boost it up, so I would increase my intake. And so does that help to answer the question? Because
Absolutely.
what you really don't want is to not take them and be drinking. I mean, hopefully you're not drinking tap water because of the chlorine, which, as I said, kills all bacteria. But we have to be really diligent about what we put in and on our bodies and our thoughts and all of
Yeah.
these things. So great question, Henrik. Thank you. No, any others, because this is a really wonderful way to get this information out.
But I don't know if it's appropriate for this call, but you are offering the gut challenge, but also looking for ways to distribute this, or you have a model for that.
Yes,
Any
so
news in that area?
I'd love to talk about that. So I, in fact, I've got somebody who is going to be creating a Facebook community to launch the Wondrous Gut Health Challenge, 90-day gut challenge, so that we can get the information out fast. And we're looking for people who are interested in helping to get this information out. The reason I mention this is because at the moment, pretty much every other person has a gut issue. And what I'm noticing is it's easier for somebody who has a gut issue to take this product because they feel such a dramatic effect immediately. Somebody who's kind of on the fence and is relatively healthy may not feel a dramatic effect. Over 90 days, you will definitely feel an effect, but it may take some time. And so we're primarily targeting people that have gut problems. And certainly in America, that is, do you know that people are actually dying from gut issues? I don't know how they statistically came up with this, but they are dying of more from gut issues than people who died from COVID. I know I probably shouldn't say that, but that was considered a pandemic, but nobody's talking about the gut issue pandemic that has been going on, certainly in the United States now for a very long time. But there's a lot of misinformation about gut and also the products that are out there. Is I've come across many people who've said, oh, I've taken probiotics and they did nothing. And yes, they did nothing.
Yeah, I would say you're absolutely right that there's so many crises going on at the same time that it's absolutely overwhelming. And I think, how could we help people beyond just a product, right? Because we would still be home alone, taking our product, living our lives in the same ways that led to the problem, right?
Exactly.
Do you have any, let's say, vision or idea about how to go about this, let's say, all-inclusive attending to these other dynamics that are part of the whole thing, right? It's people are more alone than ever before, right? And that affects the health as well.
Absolutely. So I think one of the, at least what I've been trying to do, and hopefully it's starting to gel, I just say gel, is that in order for us to be happy, let's say that was the end goal, to experience happiness or joy, lightness, energy, all of these things being vibrant, no one thing is going to get us there. So we have to have an approach that is inclusive of all these different components. So how can we achieve this quickly and provide exactly what you're talking about? So this to me is back to community. We want to create community and a movement within a community of people who recognize that we have to restore our health. We have to be healthy inside physically. We get healthy from connection, emotional connection, and actually being able to interact with each other. There are so many different components that people benefit from in that circumstance. So we're starting with understanding about restoring your human health with a foundational product, not the only thing, but at least it gives you a leg up to have a little more energy, to feel a little better, and to see some progress. I think it's very important for people to feel progress in what it is that they're doing. And then you have other people who are on the same wavelength, same frequency, that we can all start to connect and help each other to achieve the ultimate goal, which is that we all interact together as a community. And Henrik, this is actually perfect because I loved that frequency. So
The pendulum.
let me give a little bit of background,
Sure.
and then I'd like to actually have you explain it. So a friend of Henrik's actually brought in, let me just have Maria join. A friend of Henrik's, Maria, welcome. A friend of Henrik's put up this diagram of pendulums swinging. So it was a board on two Coke cans So a board across two Coke cans so that it was actually, it moved. And on top of this, there were 5 different pendulums, or maybe 6. And Henrik, would you be kind enough to just explain, because it was actually really fascinating what happened.
Yeah, maybe it's a little hard to explain but at some point, maybe in the thread, you can put in the video, right? So people could
I
actually see
will.
it.
Yes.
But imagine you have 5 pendulums swinging, okay? Out of order, out of synchronicity, each doing their own thing. They are actually swinging with the same speed, let's say like that, with the same frequency. They are just in different phases, right? So it's all chaotic, so to say, right? The curious thing was that these pendulums were placed on a board, a rigid board, right? A chopping board for a kitchen. You might use one of those. And imagine that that board is now placed on top of 2 empty Coke bottles that are lying down, okay? So the interesting thing was that these individuals, you might say, that was having their own frequency but swinging out of phase, it took just about a minute for them to find each other and swing together. Okay, so now instead of they were all going at their own way, they came together and now they started swinging together. Okay, with rhythm, with harmony, and that is really curious how that happened. For me to understand the analogy in that one was that you have a structure that combines you. You have something that connects you. Okay, that's the structure. But that structure is not so rigid that energy from one to another cannot be absorbed and given, etc. So just because the board can move just a bit, the energy from one pendulum to another starts to be accumulated, and sooner or later they all come together. And I found it to be a very, very beautiful understanding of all of us out there. We are these individuals having a certain frequency, but where are the others? You know, we're all doing our own thing out there. We all wanting to help and improve and the planet and the soil and whatever it is that we are engaged with, right? But where is that coming together? You know, we need to realize, okay, oh, there's a girl there in Colorado. She's called Brooke, and she's doing something amazing. So for whatever reason, I knew that we were swinging together. You know, we just needed to find each other and to help each other and support each other, and that's so beautiful when it happens. So I think, yeah, I use it for when I'm looking in people. What is it that I'm looking for? Okay, do they have that frequency? Okay, maybe we are out of phase, but if we can actually find that frequency, there's a chance we can get into phase. And now as a community, it'll be a whole different impact.
I thank you, because that was exactly what I got when I watched the video. And I thought this is a beautiful way to illustrate what's going on. And I'm not quite sure when we're all going to be going in the exact same way, but at least we're finding the people through the frequency of what we want to achieve and what we're doing. So we're all moving along that way. And Maria, I wanted to welcome you. Definitely don't worry about coming in late. And I wanted to see if you would mind giving us a bit of an update of things that are going on in the Dominican Republic, because for others, Maria works very closely with the Dominican Republic and is helping them with all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I had the wrong link.
No
And I
worries.
had to go searching for this one. I don't know, did you change the link? Is that what it is?
I think it changes every week. That I
Oh,
posted in the Earth Partner Initiative.
okay. All right, I'm sorry.
No,
Well, everything in Dominican Republic, we are working with hydroponics and aquaponics. And today, exactly today, they are getting a new land, the group that I'm working with, and they're going to start a big project of hydroponics. So that's good. You know, the government is not supporting them at all. Yeah, so
That's a
they're gonna
bummer.
do it by themselves, you know, try to see how far they go. And that's about it. And the rest are working on education also. We have somebody there with right now visiting one of my ladies from the group of the education. So she's there and she's looking into the education programs and so forth. So we're doing well, thank God.
Good, good.
And
Well,
I'm trying, I'm sorry,
no, go
like
ahead.
I said to you before that I have somebody that he's in the military, ex-military from the US, but he's in Dominican Republic, retired, and he's working as a volunteer with the fire department and the what do you call that? The
Emergency
no,
services or
no, the emergency, and also with the animal rescue. He just
okay.
rescued also, and they don't have a hospital. They have veterinarians over there, but not a hospital, like, you know, a hospital to take the animals to.
Uh-huh.
So it was so sad this week that there was a young gentleman that he cut off both ears of of a dog and his leg with a machete, and he was doing, you know, tic-tac with it and showing everybody in the mainstream. So that case, yesterday they rescued the dog and they took the gentleman to jail and so forth, and then they have to also give the treatment to the animals that they rescue. So it's you know, but we're trying to do our best, you know, little by little.
I think that just shows how there's such a fundamental disconnect with
Mm-hmm.
people and the planet and who they are being. Um, Thank you for that, Maria. What a tragic story.
He's also
Uh,
working with the environment too, which that's the gentleman I told you that I'm gonna try to see if we could get, you know, in the Dominican Republic, the product that you have, everything.
yeah.
So,
Well,
so
and there is so much to be said to so we've been talking about the Wondrous Gut Health Challenge because we are about to launch this 90-day Wondrous Gut Health Challenge, which is take this product, the Wondrous Gut, for 90 days. And if you do not notice any difference at the end of 90 days, then we will give you your money back. So this is
great.
about starting restoration in the human body. So we're teaching people how important it is to start with ourselves. And we know that we have to start to see the world through our inner selves. But one of the things that people often don't talk about is how do we restore the physical body? Yes, we have the emotional, but we also have to have a healthy physical body in order to be able to actually, you know, talk about restoring the planet because it starts within. So that has been the conversation, and definitely, Maria, I'd love to introduce you to it's a probiotic, prebiotic. It's very different from anything else you've seen on the market. And it's been an education to explain what separates this particular product from other products, because why is it different? So we went through that at the beginning
Mhm.
of this Zoom. And anyway,
You're gonna post the recording, right?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'll
And I was
review
saying, we're going to also put up a Facebook community group so that people can bring other people in, and that this community can start moving out so people can talk about their experiences. They are talking to other people who are going through the same thing. And that's pretty much what we're trying to create.
Great. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
fabulous. I was wondering, Henrik, you look like you might have another question, or was I reading? No, I'm putting you on the spot. Sorry. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, not sure if it's for this call, but maybe we can tap into something else. You have a special offer right now with the gut challenge. What?
Yes.
I mean, is it available? What does
Yes.
it cost?
Yes.
How to get it? Or
Thank you. That's
uh,
wonderful. Yes. So this 90-day Wondrous Gut Health Challenge is 2 bottles for $100, and you get 2 free samples. Each sample is a 14-day sample, so that you could pay it forward to give it to somebody that you love, like or don't know, so that they can actually try it for 2 weeks, 1 a day and then 2. So you're actually, or you could keep it for yourself, but we'd love to say, please pay it forward, because I can tell you, we've already had some stories. So this package is on our website, wondrousgut.org, and it's under the Wondrous Gut Health Challenge. For $100 for 2 bottles. Normally 1 bottle is $65. It's 90 capsules in a bottle. So and I think you'll really find not only most people, so far we've had 100% people who have tried the samples have ordered the bottles. So it is a really good way to have other people get involved and to help them feel better. Thank you for asking that, Henrik. I will
but
also put
that's
it.
available within the States.
Yes, well, we've actually been, I've shipped so far, I've been shipping bottles to Canada, the UK, New Zealand. So they've all
And
got,
Ecuador.
and Ecuador. Yes, yes, of course. No, I'm so sorry because I have you on the list, but I'm talking to you. So yes, Ecuador as well. So Ecuador, New Zealand, UK, and Canada have all received bottles. And this is available now. We haven't actually done the real launch. So we will be announcing the actual launch, because we want to also launch the affiliate program at the same time. So we're going to create a Zoom video that we'll upload onto YouTube or Rumble. We've now got 2 channels going. And we will be explaining the launch and the affiliate program, which is a 3-tiered affiliate program, 20% on the first level, 5 on the next 2 level. So that means when you refer this product to another person, you make a commission of 20% off of what they order. This is how we are expecting it to go viral. But we want, everybody needs to get a benefit, and we all need a financial benefit. So anything right now, we just haven't attached the affiliate app. It's a funding issue. So as soon as we're able to do that, we will have the launch.
Yeah. All righty. Sounds good.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Well, I
Check
actually,
that.
yes. Oh, sorry, Maria. Do you have a question?
I said I'll check the website and see what I could do there.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Well, here, and I'll write it in the chat so that it'll make it easy for you. And
Thank you.
there. And from there, where the website is being updated. So you have to look a little bit, because you want to find the Wondrous Gut Health Challenge. So there's information on there. The website is being updated every day. We have a web designer, and she's been working on putting it all together. So it is changing, but we're not perfect yet. But appreciate that so much. And
Wait,
I
I'm sorry. I just opened it up. Where is it that I have to go to get it?
Wondrous. So look on the left side, you'll see in the drop down menu, you'll see
The menu.
Wondrous Gut and then Wondrous Gut Health Challenge.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Wondrous. On the menu, you mean, right? Let me
So
see.
on the left side, there's, if you do the drop down menu,
Uh-huh.
okay, and you see Wondrous Gut,
Okay, that's the second, yes.
and then next to Wondrous Gut, you see Wondrous Gut Health Challenge.
Oh, I got it. Yes. Great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Maria. So it's actually very exciting that we're doing this, because one of the things that we've decided is actually creating income through sales is one of the surest, strongest, most powerful ways to generate income. So that is, we just want to get the message out and get it going viral, which would be fabulous. So I just so appreciate you guys so much. And this is where it starts. So thank you so much. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you, Brooke. Have a
to
good afternoon. Bye, everybody.
Oh, you
Have a
too.
wonderful weekend.
Thank you. You too. Look
And we'll
forward to
be in
many
touch.
more. Thanks,
Thank
Henry,
you.
too. Bye,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye.